Okay, good morning, grade 7. For this week, we're going to talk about phrases, clauses, and sentences. So, this is based from the most essential learning competency. Use phrases, clauses, and sentences appropriately and meaningfully. So, this is the MELC code EN7G2A1. So, let's get started. So this week, you will learn about the different kinds of phrases, the different kinds of clauses, and the different kinds of sentences. So for this video, we're going to focus on the different kinds of phrases. So what is a phrase? A phrase is a group of words that is incomplete in thought and lacks a subject and or a predicate. So for you to easily understand or easily recall what phrase is, just remember these keywords. Okay? Incomplete. When you say incomplete, it lacks subject and or a predicate. Meaning to say, no subject or no predicate. By the way, when you say subject, this is the one being talked about in the sentence. When you say the predicate, it tells something about the subject. Okay? So it can be an adjective or it can be an action word of the subject. Alright? So, isa man doon ang mawala, it's called phrase. Basta, incomplete yung idea niya, it's called phrase. So what are the different kinds of, or what are the examples of phrases? Okay, so we have here for number 1, we have 3 phrases. So 1, my brother, 2, a pig, and the pretty boy, it's the 3rd phrase. So if you've noticed, each phrase is composed of more than one word. Okay, so my brother, 2 words, a pig, 2 words, and the pretty boy, 3 words. Next, number 2, on a platform, that is a phrase. Across the road, that is another phrase. Number 3 is reading, has been watching. So there are 2 phrases in set number 3. So now, let's talk about the different kinds of phrases. Number 1 is the noun phrase. The noun phrase. So number 2 is the verb phrase. And then number 3 is the prepositional phrase. So in this video, we'll just focus on the difference between noun phrase and the verb phrase. Okay, so I'll be recording a separate video for the prepositional phrase. Kasi meron din po iyang uri yung prepositional phrase natin. Okay? So, what is a noun phrase? It has at least one noun that is modified by a determiner and or another modifier or modifiers. Okay, so a determiner or an article always begins the noun phrase. Okay, so ang simula, okay, in other words, Tagalog ko, okay, ang pinaka umpisa or simula ng isang noun phrase para matukoy natin agad siya kung talagang noun phrase ba siya, ay nagsisimula siya sa determiner. Okay, I'm giving you example later. Or it can also begin with a modifier. When you say modifier, it can be an adjective, okay, na naglalarawan sa noun. Okay, by the way, noun is a name of person, place, or thing. Then adjective is a word that describes the noun. Arasa? Do you understand? Okay, so I hope that is clear. This may also be found before or after a verb if the noun phrase is used in a sentence. Okay, so here are the examples. In recognizing a noun phrase, all you have to remember is the clue dan. Okay, so dan stands for determiner, adjective, noun. Again, noun phrase, the clue is dan, D-A-N, determiner, adjective, and noun. Okay, so my diamond bracelets, a romantic movie. Sir, paano po kapag determiner lang po and no adjective at all? Determiner and noun only. It's alright. Okay lang yon. It's still a noun phrase. Paano po, sir, pag wala po tayong determiner? Because you are saying a while back na ang isang noun phrase ay magsisimula sa determiner. Okay lang din. Okay? Basta meron po siyang adjective or modifier. Okay? Kasi ang isang phrase ay more than one word. Kasi kapag noun lang siya, noun lang yung nasa kanya, it's a word. Okay? Hindi po siya phrase. Kaya dapat more than one word po siya. So it can be adjective noun, it can be determiner or and plus noun, or it can be all determiner, adjective plus the noun. Okay? So these are the examples of a noun phrase. Next, verb phrase. What is it? It is a verb with another word or words such as helping verbs that indicate tense, mood, or person. Okay? So kanina, we talked about the noun and adjective. Okay? Lagi silang magkasama. Okay? But pagka sinabi mo namang verb phrase, we're talking about verbs. Tapos, na-discuss ko na rin yung kinds of verbs. Diba? Before. At alam ko, na-discuss ko na rin kung anong ibig sabihin ng verb phrase. It is a composition of a helping verb plus the main verb. So let's give examples of helping verbs. So you can see on the table the different kinds of helping verbs. Okay, so we have the family of be verb, am, is, are, was, and were. We have has, have, and had for the second column. We have do, does, did for the third column. And we have in the last column, the modals. May, might, can, could, will, would, shall, should, and must. Kapag nakita na natin yung mga helping verbs na to na naka-attach with the main verbs, okay, they are called verb phrase. Okay? So, magbigay pa ulit tayo ng halimbawa. Example. Can dance. So, dito, we use the modal can plus the main verb. Okay? So, can as a modal is a helping verb to the main verb dance. Can plus dance is equivalent to verb phrase. Do you understand? Okay. So, next example. We have will. That's a helping verb to the main verb study. Okay, so by the way, you cannot say can dancing, can dances. Okay, you cannot say will studying or will studies. Okay, it's always the base form of the verb when you use the modals. Okay, next, sir, is it possible to have two helping verbs plus another main verb? Yes. Okay, just like the third example, shall, have. And then these are helping verbs to the main verb gone. If you've noticed, gone is in a different form now. It's in the past participle form instead of saying go. Why? It varies because of the helping verb used and also because of the context or tense of the sentence, okay, or of the verb rather. All right. So is being written. So we have here two helping verbs to the main verb written. Okay, so all you have to remember when recognizing verb phrase is HHM. So the first H is optional. Okay? So, po pwedeng dalawang helping verb or more than, or isa lang. Kaya tatandaan natin sila. So, dapat ma-recall ninyo yung different helping verbs because dun sila nagsisimula. Okay? Dun nagsisimula ang verb phrase natin. Okay? So, now, are you ready for an activity? Okay. So, just to have a brief recap, when you say or when you recognize a noun phrase, remember the pattern than. Okay, determiner, adjective, and noun. So it's all up to you if you have seen a determiner and adjective kung pareho sila or isa man doon. Okay, so it can be a determiner plus noun or adjective plus noun or pwedeng both determiner and adjective plus the noun. Okay? So, yun lang yung tatandaan natin. Noun phrase, done. Now, for the verb phrase, tandaan nyo lang yung isang shop, boutique, di ba? Sa mall, HM, ganun siya. So, HHM. So, helping verb plus main verb. That is for verb phrase. Alright? So, are you ready? Okay. So, let's now begin. So in the following sentences, the phrase is already underlined. Okay? All you have to do is tell me if it's a noun phrase or a verb phrase. Tell me whether it's a noun phrase or a verb phrase. Ready? Alright. So, number 1. Father had told me that hunters always spat for luck. The underlined phrase here is had told. What is your answer? Very good. So this is an example of a verb phrase. A verb phrase because it is composed of a helping verb had plus the main verb told. That's why it's a verb phrase. Number 2. Eddie had passed that phase. The underlined phrase here is had passed. So, what is your answer? Very good. So, had passed is an example of a verb phrase. Just like number 1, it is composed of had plus the main verb passed. Number 3. I saw 3 pigeons fall to the ground. The underlined phrase here is 3 pigeons. So what is your answer? Very good. So the correct answer here is noun phrase. Okay? Because it is composed of a modifier which is 3 and the noun pigeons. Okay? So numbers, colors are examples of modifiers or adjectives. Okay? Just remember that. So 3 pigeons. So hindi naman po siya verb yung 3, di ba? Hindi naman siya helping verb. Kaya grammatically, it is a noun phrase. Okay? Number 4. I offered him my bloody palm. I offered him my bloody palm. So the underlined phrase here is my bloody palm. So what is your answer? Very good. So this is an example of a noun phrase because we have the determiner my plus the modifier bloody or the adjective bloody and the noun palm. So this is an example of an NP. Okay, number 5. My sister was the meanest creature. The underlined phrase here is the meanest creature. What is your answer? Very good. So the correct answer here is noun phrase, NP, because it is composed of the determiner the adjective meanest, and the noun creature. Noun phrase. Number 6. Biryuk's eye had been pierced. The underlined phrase here is had been pierced. What is your answer? Very good. It is a verb phrase. Okay, so composed of helping verbs had been plus the main verb pierced. Number 7. The flimsy wall collapsed. The underlined phrase here is the flimsy wall. What is your answer? Very good, guys. The flimsy wall is an example of a noun phrase. Okay? So it is composed of a determiner the adjective flimsy, and the noun wall. Number 8. Delia was embroidering a strip of white cloth. The underlined phrase here is was embroidering. What is your answer? Very good. The correct answer here is verb phrase because it is composed of a helping verb was plus the main verb embroidering. So this is a verb phrase. Number 9. It was a big centipede. The underlined phrase here is a big centipede. What is your answer? Okay, very good. So the correct answer here is a noun phrase because it starts with an article a plus the adjective big and the noun centipede. So this is a noun phrase. Last number. I was engulfed by a sudden feeling of pity and guilt. The underlined phrase here is was engulfed. What is your answer? Alright, very good. So you passed the test. You passed the activity. The correct answer here is a verb phrase. It is composed of a helping verb was plus the main verb engulf. Okay, so you are now ready to the next topic. Thank you. God bless. Bye.